In this lesson, we're going to be aligning two objects. The Align tool in Revit is, I gotta say, awesome. Anytime we have done something less accurate, the good old Align tool is there to the rescue. What we are going to be doing in this lesson is to add windows to our radial array. The problem is, it's hard to place a window along an arc and have it line up. We're going to align it up. Open the file you've been working on, or open the file called Chapter 5 and follow along. What we want to do is zoom in to the radial portion here, where we have our lines that are already arrayed in. What we're going to do is we're going to add a window. So if you go to the Architecture tab, click the Window button. In the Type Selector drop-down, select 16" by 72". Let's hover over this wall. Notice that we can't really snap to anything. So what we're going to do is just place this off of the reference plane a little bit and put it right here. Let's hit Escape a couple times. Now, the Align tool is going to come in handy right now. Because basically what we're going to do is this. We're going to align this window to this line. If you go to the Modify tab and click the Align button, or you can type AL for Align. Click the Align button. Now, the one thing to remember is you pick the line you want to align to first, then you pick the line on the object you want to move second. So, the first thing we do is pick this reference plane. The second thing we do is come over to the window, and it's got a handy little center line for us. Once you see that little center line, go ahead and pick it, and it moves it. Now, another thing you'll notice is there's a little lock icon. This icon keeps this window locked to the reference plane. Sometimes it's a good idea, sometimes it's not. In this situation, I'd rather leave it unlocked. We'll look at some other opportunities to lock an alignment. The next step is to array the windows and the tag about the center line. Let's zoom out a little bit. Let's hit Escape a couple times. Hit the Control key, select the tag, then select the window. It may be a little bit tough to do because this is a group. Just kind of wander in there until you can get it. Once you see it highlight, select it. What we want to do is use the Radial Array command. We know how to do that, right? On the Modify tab, click the Array button. Let's make sure Radial Array is current. Let's uncheck Group and Associate. For the number, let's go 4. And again, let's move it to the last. And let's click Place for center of rotation and place it right here. What we want to do now is pick a point along this reference plane and swing it around the 90 degrees and click a point along this reference plane. Our windows are in and arrayed. Hit Escape a couple times. Let's go to a 3D view and check out the wall. Notice we have our windows in here. And again, notice they're too low. Let's change the sill height to 3'6". Remember how I picked those? I held down the Control key. For the sill height, 3'6". Hit Apply. Now that's looking pretty good. Next thing I want to do is go down to level 1. Let's zoom over to the east entry area where there's a radial wall here. Hit Escape a couple times. On the Architecture tab, click the Door button. Let's click the Type Selector drop-down, and let's find a door. Let's go with Double Flush 72 by 84. Again, it's very hard to snap to this thing. What we want to do is have the door swing into the corridor, but we want to pick a point, I don't know, anywhere along this. Hit Escape a couple times. Let's go to Modify. Either click Align or type AL. Let's select the horizontal reference plane. Let's select the center line on the door. This time, let's click the padlock and lock it. If the center line moves, we want the door to move with it. It really shouldn't, but we're prepared for it if it does. Hit Escape a couple times. One other thing I'd like to do is align and lock the other door. So let's zoom out and let's scroll all the way down to the other end of the corridor. Notice that this door is already aligned, but it's not locked. You can still lock an existing alignment. Type AL. Click the horizontal reference plane. Now click the center line of the door. Now click the padlock button.